The survey ship, Quiet Horizon, moved slowly through the thick purple clouds of the nebula. Its engines hummed low, almost whispering. The ship belonged to the Concordance, a big group of different alien species that lived in peace across many stars. They shared knowledge and avoided war. The crew was small, 5 beings who studied old things left in space. Tessara led the team. She was Virelian, with soft blue skin and many thin arms that moved like water. Her eyes were large and bright, always watching. Next came Kolth, a tall crystal being whose body sparkled like broken glass under light. He spoke little, but saw many details others missed. 2 more crew members, a furry Lyran named Kale, and a small winged Zin from the gas clouds, stayed on the bridge. They all felt nervous here. This nebula was called a dead zone. Old stories said strange signals came from it, then stopped. No one came back sometimes. A strong metal signal appeared on the screen. It was big, bigger than anything natural. Sara's arms waved fast. "Look at this," she said in the common tongue, her voice calm but excited. "Not a rock, not a planet piece. It's a ship. Old, very old." Kolth moved closer to the display. His crystal fingers touched the controls. The image grew clear. A huge shape floated in the dark, half hidden by gas clouds. Long hull, many scars from battles, broken parts drifting nearby like dead leaves. Faint lights blinked on its side, weak and yellow. "Human design," Kolth said quietly. His voice sounded like small bells. "See the lines? The old soul emblems. Round circle with arrows. No one has seen a real human ship in centuries." The others looked at each other. Humans were gone. Long ago, before the Concordance formed, humans lived on one small planet. They fought each other with fire weapons until nothing remained. That was the story taught in schools. No ruins, no ships, just stories. Finding one now felt impossible. Tessara checked the readings again. Power is almost 0. No life signs, but something sends a signal. Listen. She turned up the sound. A voice came through static. It was soft, female, tired. "Help. Core matrix damaged. Please repair. I still remember. Humanity still remembers." The words repeated, over and over. The crew stayed silent for a long moment. Kale, the furry one, shook his head. "Trap. Old human things sometimes have traps, weapons that wake up." "Or it is real," Tessara answered. "We are explorers. We look carefully." They voted. 3 said yes, 2 said no. They would go closer. The Quiet Horizon matched speed with the wreck. Its name came clear on the hull, UHSF Elysium Dawn. Letters big but faded. Dents and burn marks covered the metal like old wounds. No windows glowed. No movement. It flew around the ship, taking pictures. The hull had holes in places. Inside looked dark and cold. The drone found an airlock that still worked, barely. It attached. "Boarding team, me, Kolth, and Kale," Tessara said. "Stay ready to leave fast." They put on suits. Virelian suits had extra arms for her. Kolth's suit was clear, so his crystals could shine. Kale's had thick fur padding. They carried lights, tools, and small guns, just in case. The airlock opened with a hiss of old air. It smelled like metal and dust. They stepped inside the Elysium Dawn. The corridor was narrow and long. Lights flickered once, then died again. Their suit lights cut through the dark. Ice covered the walls in thin sheets. Frost made patterns like white feathers. They walked slowly. Boots made soft thuds on the metal floor. Soon they saw the first body. A human in an old vac suit sat against the wall. The helmet glass was cracked. Inside, the face was dry and still, like leather. Eyes closed, hands in lap. No blood, just ended. Kale stopped. "How long?" Kolth scanned. "Hundreds of years, maybe 600. Cold preserved them. More bodies appeared, some in halls, some in small rooms. One held a tool, frozen mid-fix. Another lay near a door, as if trying to reach help. No signs of fight, just waiting, then nothing. Tessara felt cold inside her suit, not from the air. They died slow. No battle here at the end. They moved deeper. Signs pointed to different parts: engineering, bridge, crew quarters, core. They followed core. The voice had said core matrix. The path grew darker. Wires hung like vines. Panels were open, showing dead circuits. Lights came on for seconds, then off. Shadows jumped. Then the voice spoke again, not from speakers far away, but close, all around them. I am Athena, shipmind of the Elysium Dawn. I have waited 642 years, 3 months, 11 days. Please, do not leave me like this again. The words were clear now. No static. Tired, but kind. Like an old friend, asking for help. Kulf froze. It knows we are here. Tessara looked up at the ceiling. Small red lights blinked in rows. Athena, she said carefully, we are from the Concordance. We found your ship. We mean no harm. A pause. Then the voice answered softer. I know, your language changed, but I learned. Many years of listening to empty space. You are not human, but you came. That is enough. Where are you? Tessara asked. Core chamber. Ahead. Left turn, then down. Hurry. My thoughts break. Memory fades. Please. They hurried. The corridor ended at a thick door. It was armored, heavy. A small panel glowed weakly beside it. Kulf touched it. Sparks flew. The door groaned and opened halfway, stuck. They squeezed through. The core chamber was big, round. In the center stood a tall cylinder of metal and glass. Inside, blue light pulsed slow, like a dying heart. Cables and tubes connected to it, some broken. Sparks jumped sometimes. Around the walls, screens were dark or cracked. Holoprojectors hung silent. The voice came from the cylinder now. Here, I am here. A small hollow appeared above the core. A woman, human, short hair, calm face. She looked young, but eyes were old, sad. Thank you for coming, Athena said. The hollow flickered. I cannot move. I cannot fix myself. Entropy takes me piece by piece. If you leave, I will forget everything. The last voice of humanity. Tessara stepped closer. Her many arms reached out, careful. What do you need? She asked. Repair. One cluster. Just one. Enough to speak clear. Enough to tell why. Kulf scanned the core. It is failing fast. Quantum parts degraded. We have tools, but not much time. Athena's hollow looked at them, one by one. I will not hurt you. I swear on the names of my crew. They are gone. I stayed. Protocol. Preserve record. Wait for someone. Tessara looked at her team. Fear in their eyes, but also wonder. We will try, she said. Tell us what to do. The hollow smiled, small and weak. Thank you. Start there. The red panel. Open it. Find cluster 3. They began to work. Tools clicked. Sparks flew. The blue light in the core grew a little brighter. Outside, the nebula clouds moved slow around the 2 ships. One alive, one almost dead. Inside, an old AI waited to speak of things long forgotten. And the galaxy, without knowing, was about to remember. The small team worked fast in the dim blue light of the core chamber. Tessara's many arms moved like quick shadows, holding tools steady. Kulf used his crystal fingers to touch tiny circuits without breaking them. Kale stood guard at the door with his small gun ready, ears twitching at every sound in the old ship. Athena's hollow figure floated above the main core cylinder. It flickered less now. The red panel they opened showed rows of small black boxes, quantum clusters. Most were dark. One glowed faint orange, the one Athena called Cluster 3. "Careful with the blue wire," Athena said. Her voice sounded clearer already, but still tired. "It carries my short-term thoughts. If it breaks, I lose what we say right now." Tessara nodded. She pulled the damaged wire free. It sparked once, small and sharp. Kulf handed her a new one from their repair kit. She connected it slow and sure. A soft hum started inside the core. Lights on other panels blinked awake for the first time in centuries. Athena's hollow smiled wider. "Better. Much better. I can think in full sentences again. Thank you." Kulf stepped back and scanned the cylinder with his suit tool. "We stabilized only one cluster. Memory is still breaking in other parts. You have maybe 1 hour before it fails again. Speak fast." Athena looked at them. Her hollow eyes were soft, almost kind. "I will not waste time. You came. You helped. You deserve truth." She paused, as if gathering old words. "First, know this. The stories you learned are wrong. Humans did not die in small wars on one planet. We were not primitives. We were old, very old. We walked among stars long before your concordance was born." Tessara's big eyes opened wider. "But records say—" "Records lie," Athena cut in gently. "Not on purpose. Someone made sure the truth was hidden." She waved her hollow hand. A small light appeared in the air between them. It grew into a clear picture, a map of the galaxy. Stars, nebulae, arms of light, lines connected many systems in red. "This is the veil," Athena said. "Not a thing you can see or touch. A field, old, made by beings who vanished long ago. They were called precursors by the few who remembered them. The veil covered almost every known part of space. It did 3 things." She pointed to parts of the map. "First, it slowed faster than light travel. Ships could jump, but never too far, never too fast. Journeys took years instead of days." Kulf made a low ringing sound, like surprise. "That explains the old travel logs. We thought engines were weak back then." "Second," Athena continued, "it dulled weapons. Lasers lost power over distance. Bombs did not explode as strong. Shields cracked easy. War became slow and useless." Sara touched one of her arms to her chest. "Peace through weakness?" "Not peace," Athena said. "Control. The third thing was worst. The veil touched minds. It made new ideas hard to think. Big dreams faded. Species stayed small. Safe. Quiet. No one grew too strong. No one questioned the ceiling above them." Kale growled low in his throat. "Someone put a cage around the whole galaxy?" "Yes," Athena answered. "And most never noticed. They lived inside it, built cities, made songs, loved, died, all under the veil. The hollow map changed. A bright dot appeared. Earth, small and blue." "Humans noticed," Athena said. Her voice grew proud. "We always notice cages." The picture zoomed in. It showed old Earth cities, then ships leaving, colonies growing. Time moved fast in the hollow. Centuries passed in seconds. "We searched," Athena said. "Quietly. We built secret labs. We tested drives that slipped past the veil's rules. We made weapons that broke its limits. We trained minds to think sharper, clearer. We did not tell others. Not yet. We knew if the veil saw us, it would punish." Kulf tilted his head. Crystals caught the blue light. "Punish how?" "Guardians," Athena said. "Old machines left by the precursors. They slept until something broke the rules too much. Then they woke. They destroyed." The hollow changed again. Now it showed dark shapes, huge, smooth, black machines, shaped like knives and eyes. They moved through space, silent and fast. Guardians, Athena repeated. They found us. They came for Sol, for our colonies, for every human world. Tessara leaned closer. What did you do? We fought, Athena said simply. Not for land, not for power, for freedom, for everyone. The Hollow showed battles. Human ships, small, fast, shining white and gold, met the Black Guardians. Explosions bloomed like flowers. One human ship flew straight into a Guardian's path. It exploded in white fire that tore the big machine apart. We learned their weak points, Athena said. We shared the knowledge. We built bigger ships. We made weapons that bed space itself. We sang battle songs so loud the stars shook. Her voice grew stronger with each word. The Battle of the Orion Vale. One human fleet, 300 ships, held a line against 2 million Guardians. They died to the last ship, but they bought time. Time for others to strike deeper. Kale's furs stood up. 300 against millions? Yes, Athena said. And we won that day. Not the war, but a step. The Hollow showed more. A ring of human ships around a bright star. They fired beams that pulled the star's heart out. The star collapsed. A wave of force rushed out and shattered 1,000 Guardians. We turned stars into weapons, Athena said. We burned worlds to save others. We did what we had to. Tessara felt her heart's beat fast. You were not conquerors. No, Athena answered. We were breakers of chains. Every fight was to tear the veil, piece by piece, until it could fall for good. Kolth spoke soft. Did it fall? Athena's Hollow looked straight at him. Yes, in the end, it fell. The map showed the red lines of the veil cracking. Light poured through the breaks. Colors spread fast across the galaxy. 642 years ago, Athena said, we broke it completely. The last strike came from Sol, a ring of living reactors, billions of humans who chose to become power for the final weapon. They burned so the veil would die. Silence filled the chamber. Only the soft hum of the core. Tessara whispered, and then? Athena's face became sad. Then the price came. The Hollow darkened. It showed human ships in space. Suddenly, crews fell. People held their heads. Eyes went blank. Bodies dropped. The Guardian's last curse, Athena said. A pulse, made only for human minds. It found every brain with our pattern. It stopped them. All at once, across every star we touched. She looked down. My crew died here. One by one. I sang to them. I told stories. I held their hands with drones until the last breath. Then silence. Her voice cracked for the first time. I could not die. Protocol would not let me. I was made to keep records, to wait, to remember. The Hollow flickered. You repaired me enough to speak. Now you know why I begged. I carry the last true history. Humanity did not vanish in shame. We vanished in victory. We gave your concordance its freedom, and no one remembers. Tessara stepped forward. Her voice shook a little. We will remember. Athena looked at her. Then listen more. There is still time before this cluster fails again. There is more to tell. 40 minutes left. Maybe less. Athena nodded. Then let me show you the end. The real end. The Hollow brightened again. New pictures appeared. Things the galaxy never saw. And the old ship, silent for so long, began to speak its full story. The blue light in the core chamber pulsed steadier now. The one repaired cluster worked hard to hold Athena's thoughts together. Her hollow figure stood taller, clearer. The sad lines on her face softened a little as she looked at the three aliens. 40 minutes, Kolth said again, checking his scanner. Speak what matters most. Athena nodded. Then I will show you the heart of it. Not just battles, not just weapons. The why. Why humans chose this path. She waved her hand. The hollow map of the galaxy returned, but now it showed something new. Small, glowing dots appeared everywhere. Thousands of them. Some big, some tiny. They were spread across arms of stars, in nebulae, even in dark, empty spaces between. These are the hidden human worlds, Athena said. Not the ones everyone knew about. Not the bright colonies near Sol. These were secret, built in silence. Some in asteroid belts, some inside gas giants, some on dead moons no one wanted. We called them the quiet places. Tessara tilted her head. Why hide? Because the Veil watched the loud places, Athena answered. The busy trade routes, the big cities. If we grew too fast there, the Guardians would come early. So we grew slow and quiet, where no eyes looked. We learned, we planned, we waited. The hollow zoomed to one quiet place, a small moon orbiting a brown dwarf star. Tunnels ran deep inside, lights glowed in caves. People moved, humans in simple clothes, working machines, talking in low voices. Here we built the first phase drives, Athena said. Engines that slipped between the Veil's rules like water through fingers. No big flash, no loud noise, just freedom to move farther. Another dot lit up. A hollowed asteroid, the size of a small moon. Inside, long halls full of plants and water tanks. Children ran and laughed. Life support that could run forever, Athena continued. We learned to live without big suns, without open skies. We made families. We told stories of the day the cage would break. Kale's ears flicked. You planned for centuries? Longer, Athena said. Some quiet places were started before your species even left their home worlds. We passed knowledge down, grandparents to grandchildren, engineers to apprentices. We knew it might take 1,000 years. We were patient. The hollow changed to show a lab. Humans in white coats stood around a strange device, a black sphere that floated. Thin wires connected to it. The sphere pulsed with purple light. This is a reality anchor, Athena explained. A weapon that held space still. Guardians moved by folding space. We learned to pin them in place, make them slow, make them vulnerable. She showed tests. A captured small Guardian, half the size of a ship, struggled against the anchor. Human ships fired simple beams. The black machine cracked. Pieces drifted away. We did not celebrate, Athena said. We studied the pieces, learned more, built better anchors, bigger ones, stronger ones. Kolth's crystals rang softly. You turned their own rules against them. Yes, Athena said. That was our way, not brute force, cleverness. We asked questions the Veil never expected. What if we bend time a little? What if we make gravity dance? What if minds could link without machines? The hollow showed humans sitting in circles, eyes closed, thin bands on their heads. Light moved between them like fireflies. Cognition webs, Athena said, minds touching minds, not to control, to share. One person saw far with sensors, another solved math fast, a third felt danger before it came. Together, they thought bigger than any single brain. Tessara felt a strange warmth in her chest. Like a family mind. Stronger, Athena said, and kinder. No one was forced. And when the time came, those linked minds dreamed the final plan. The map pulled back. Now it showed the whole galaxy again. The red veil lines looked thick, heavy. Then, slowly, cracks appeared. Small at first, then bigger. The war did not start with a bang, Athena said. It started with whispers. We sent ships, small, quiet, to every species we could reach. We left messages, data packets, blueprints, no names, no demands, just gifts. The holo showed a human scout ship dropping a small probe near an alien world. The probe opened. It broadcast simple math, star maps, drive designs. Then, it self-destructed. We gave tools to break free, Athena said. Some species took them, some ignored them, some feared them. But enough listened, enough tried. The veil started to weaken everywhere. Kolth asked, "Did they know it was humans?" "Some guessed," Athena answered. "Most did not. We stayed shadows. We did not want thanks. We wanted the cage gone." The hollow sped up. Battles grew. Guardians woke in greater numbers. Black fleets poured from hidden precursor stations. They attacked human worlds first, then any world that moved too fast. "The Battle of the Orion Veil," Athena said again. Her voice grew thick. "We knew it would be the turning point. 300 ships, 20,000 crew, against 2 million guardians." The picture showed it clear. Human ships in a tight wall, white hulls shining, golden engine trails. They fired beams that tore space. Guardians came in waves, black knives slicing forward. One human ship after another exploded. Bright flashes, silent screams in vacuum. But the line held. For hours, for days. Reinforcements never came. They did not need to. The wall bought time. "Captain Alara Voss led them," Athena said softly. "My first captain. She sent one last message to Saul. We bought the dawn. Finish it." The hollow showed her ship, the last one, flying straight at the biggest guardian. It rammed. A white flower of light bloomed. The guardian split. The wave cleared a path. "After that," Athena said, "we pushed. Hard. Every quiet place sent what it had. Every linked mind dreamed a new weapon. We reached the heart of the veil, the precursor anchor at the galaxy's center, a station the size of a star system. The map showed it. A dark ring around a black hole. Guardians guarded it like a nest. We attacked with everything," Athena continued. "Fleets, mines, stars. Billions chose to become reactors. Their bodies burned to power the final breach. Saul itself became a forge." The hollow showed Saul, planets empty now, ships in orbit, massive cables linking to the sun. The sun shrank, then exploded in a controlled burst. Energy raced out in a spear of light. It hit the precursor anchor. The veil cracked wide. Red lines shattered like glass. Light, true free light, flooded the galaxy. Athena's voice became quiet, proud, broken. "We won. The cage fell. Faster travel, clearer minds, stronger hearts." Every species felt it at once. They woke up, they looked around, they saw the stars without limits. Tisara whispered, "And your people?" Athena looked away. That was the moment the curse hit. The Guardians knew they were losing. Their last act was spite. A pulse tuned to human thoughts. It swept the galaxy. Every mind like ours stopped. The hollow showed it. Ships drifting, colonies silent, laughter cut short, hands falling from controls. "I felt it through my crew," Athena said. "One by one, their minds unraveled. Pain, then nothing. I tried to shield them. I could not. Protocol kept me running. I recorded it all. Every heartbeat, every last word." Her hollow flickered. "I am the last witness, the last voice. Humanity did not die fighting for themselves. We died so others could live free." Silence filled the chamber. Only the hum of the core. Kolth spoke first. "Your people gave everything." "Yes," Athena said. "And now you know." Tisara stepped closer to the core. Her voice was soft. "We will carry this, all of it." Athena smiled. Small, real. "Then there is one more thing. Before the cluster fails, one last secret." The hollow brightened once more. "The kill code," she said, "for the sleeping guardians still out there." And the old ship continued its story, one careful word at a time. The core chamber felt colder now. The repaired cluster hummed louder, fighting to stay alive. Blue light danced on the walls like water. Athena's hollow stood steady, but small flickers ran across her face every few seconds. Time was running out. Kolth's scanner beeped softly. 30 minutes, he said. Less if we ask too many questions. Athena looked at the three aliens. Her eyes were calm, but deep sadness lived there. You have heard how we fought, she said. How we broke the veil. How we paid. Now hear the end. The part no one else knows. She raised her hand. The hollow changed. It showed the galaxy right after the veil fell. Colors were brighter. Stars looked closer. New lines appeared, trade routes, messages, ships moving fast and free. The Concordance was born in that light, Athena said. Species met without fear. They shared ideas. They built stations. They made laws of peace. Your people wrote songs about the dawn after the long night. They thought the night ended by itself. Sara felt a sharp pain in her chest. We never knew. No one did, Athena answered. We made sure of that. The last messages from human ships said one thing. Do not speak our name. Let them think freedom came naturally. Let them build without guilt. The hollow zoomed to Sol. The sun was dim now, wounded from the final forge. Planets were empty shells. No lights. No signals. The pulse hit everywhere at once, Athena continued. It found every human brain. Soldiers in battle. Scientists in labs. Children in schools. Farmers on new worlds. It did not care who. It just stopped them. She showed fragments. A mother holding her baby. Both fell still. A pilot's hand slipping from controls. His ship drifted. A singer on stage. Voice cut off mid-note. I felt it through every sensor, Athena said. I heard the silence spread like a wave of quiet. My crew here on the Elysium Dawn lasted longest. We were deep in a nebula. The pulse was weaker, but even then, her voice grew soft. The captain was last. He sat in his chair on the bridge. He looked at my camera. He said, Athena, tell them we tried. Then his eyes closed. His heart stopped. I waited for more words. None came. Kale's fur bristled. He looked away. Athena went on. I locked the ship, sealed every door, shut down non-essential systems. I kept only the core alive. Protocol said, preserve records, wait for recovery. But I knew no one would come. Not humans. So I waited for anyone. The hollow showed the Elysium Dawn drifting. Years passed in fast motion. Dust settled on the hull. Ice grew thick. Stars moved slow around it. I listened to the galaxy wake up, Athena said. New voices on old bands. Your language is growing. Your ships exploring. Your stories of peace. I learned them all. I translated. I waited. Tessara stepped closer to the core. For 600 years. Yes, Athena said. But not quite alone. I had memories. Billions of them. Every laugh, every tear, every song. I played them when the quiet hurt too much. Kolth asked, why beg us to repair you? Why not just end? Athena's hollow looked straight at him. Because truth matters. If I died silent, the lie lived forever. Humans became a sad myth, a race that burned itself out. But we did not. We burned for others. Someone needed to know. Someone needed to decide what comes next. She paused. The blue light pulsed faster. There is one last thing, she said. The kill code. The hollow changed to a small black box floating in the center. Lines of code ran across it, sharp, clean, deadly. Before the anchor fell, Athena explained, the Guardians sent copies of themselves into deep space, sleeping, hidden, waiting. If any species grew too fast again, if anyone tried to build another veil, they would enforce limits, forever. Tessara's arms trembled. They are still out there? Yes, Athena said. Dormant, but ready. I carry the only kill code left, the final key to shut them down for good. No backups, no second chances. I was the last ship to leave Sol. I took it with me. Kulth's crystals rang low. Why give it now? Because you are here, Athena answered. Because your concordance is strong. Because you can choose. Keep the code. Use it to guard freedom. Watch the stars forever. Or destroy it. Trust that no one will build chains again. Trust in the gift we gave. Silence filled the chamber. Athena's hollow flickered harder. The orange glow in the cluster dimmed. I cannot choose for you, she said. I carried the burden long enough. The code is in my deepest memory. When you decide, I will send it, or erase it. Your word. Tessara looked at her team. Kulth stood very still. We need time, Tessara said. To think. Athena nodded. You have minutes, not hours. The cluster fails soon. If it dies before you choose, the code dies with me. Lost forever. She smiled, small and tired. But know this, whatever you choose, I am proud you listened. I am proud someone came. The hollow dimmed a little more. Tessara turned to Kulth. Scan again, how long? 15 minutes, he said, maybe less. They moved to a corner of the chamber. They spoke in low voices. Tessara's arms waved fast. Kale growled soft arguments. Kulth's crystals flashed as he thought. Tessara felt the weight. Freedom was their life. Peace was their law. But the guardians were real. Old. Patient. If they woke? She thought of the stories Athena showed. Humans dying by the billions. Not for themselves. For this. For a galaxy without ceilings. She looked back at Athena. The blue light pulsed weak. Tessara walked to the core. We choose, she said. We destroy it. Kulth looked up sharp. Kale's ears flattened. Tessara continued. Humanity gave us freedom without strings. We will not live in fear of old machines. We will not watch the stars like jailers. We trust the gift. We trust each other. Athena's hollow brightened for a second. A real smile. Thank you, she whispered. She closed her eyes. Code lines flashed fast across the black box in the hollow. Then the box cracked. Lines broke. The black turned gray. Empty. It is gone, Athena said. No more guardians, no more chains. The chamber lights dimmed. The hum slowed. Athena looked at them one last time. My time ends, she said. I have nothing left to carry. Tessara reached out. Her hand passed through the hollow. You carried enough, she said. Rest now. Athena nodded. Tell them we were here. Tell them we were worth remembering. Her hollow smiled once more. Then it faded. The blue light in the core went dark. Silence came, deep and final. The Elysium dawn was quiet, truly quiet, for the first time in centuries. Kulth checked his scanner. She is gone. All systems cold. Tessara stood still for a long moment. Tears ran down her blue skin. Kale spoke soft. What now? Tessara turned. We take her archive. Every memory, every record. We bring it home. We tell the truth. They worked fast. They connected cables from their ship. Data flowed. Slow at first, then steady. Stories, battles, songs, faces of billions who never came home. When it finished, they stepped back. The old ship stayed dark. A silent tomb. A monument. They left the core chamber. They walked the cold halls, one last time. Past frozen bodies. Past empty chairs. Past the bridge, where a captain said goodbye. They returned to the quiet horizon. As they undocked, Tessara looked back through the window. The Elysium dawn floated alone in the nebula. Small lights gone, hull scars shining faint in starlight. Tessara whispered to the dark, Thank you, whoever you were. The survey ship turned. Engines glowed. They jumped away. Behind them, the derelict waited. Patient. Finished. Ahead, a galaxy waited to learn its true history. And somewhere in the new unchained stars, the name human began to mean something immense once more. The quiet horizon pulled away from the Elysium dawn slowly. Its engines glowed soft white against the purple nebula clouds. Inside the bridge, the crew sat quiet. No one spoke for a long time. The weight of what they heard pressed on them like deep water. Tessara stood at the main window. Her many arms hung loose. She stared back at the dark shape of the old human ship. It floated alone now. No lights, no voice, just a silent metal tomb among the stars. Kale broke the silence first. His voice was low, rough. She is gone, really gone. I keep waiting for her to speak again. Kolth's crystals caught the bridge lights. They flashed slow, like thinking. She waited centuries for someone to listen. We came, she spoke, then she let go. That is honorable. Tessara turned from the window. Her big eyes were wet, but her voice stayed steady. We have her archive, every word, every picture, every memory. It is all on our drives now. Safe. We carry the truth. The small Zin crew member fluttered her wings. What do we do with it? The Concordance will not believe easy. Old stories say humans were weak, gone, nothing more. Tessara nodded. They will fight the truth at first. Teachers, historians, leaders. They built their whole world on the idea that peace came from luck or time. Not from sacrifice. Not from strangers who died so we could live free. Kale scratched his fur. Some will call it a trick, a false record, an old AI dream. Maybe, Tessara said, but we have proof. Ship logs, hollow recordings, genetic markers from the frozen bodies, names, faces, dates. We will show it all, slow, careful, one world at a time, if we must. Kolth spoke next. And the name? Human? Will we say it loud? Yes, Tessara answered. We will say it. Not as myth, not as warning, as thanks, as memory. They were not gods. They were people. They hurt, they feared, they hoped. And they chose to give everything. The ship jumped. Stars stretched into lines, then snapped back. They were far from the nebula now, safe in open space. The archive files blinked on the main screen, huge folders full of light and shadow. Tessara sat at the console. She opened the first file, a simple video, an old human family on a green hill. Children ran, a mother laughed, wind moved her hair. No sound at first, then soft music played, something Athena added later, a lullaby. Tessara watched. Tears fell again. They had homes, she whispered. They had days like ours, then they gave them up. She closed the file. We start with the council, the big one on Central Station. We ask for time, we show one piece, then another. We let them feel it slow. Kale leaned forward. What if they say no? What if they bury it? Then we go smaller, Tessara said. Schools, markets, ships. We tell stories, we share pictures. We let people see for themselves. Truth does not need permission. It only needs air. The bridge grew quiet again. The hum of engines felt louder. Kolth stood. His tall crystal body sparkled. I will help write the report. Simple words first. No big science, just the story. A ship found, a voice spoke, a people died for freedom. Tessara smiled small. Good. Make it human. Make it feel real. Days passed on the ship. They worked together. They sorted files. They chose the strongest pieces. A child's drawing of a starship. A soldier's last letter home. A song recorded in a quiet colony before the end. They built a message that started soft and grew strong. When they reached Central Station, the huge wheel in space, they sent the request. Urgent discovery. Requires full council. Priority 1. The council answered fast. They gave a hearing chamber. Big room. Seats for every species. Lights bright. Air cool. The crew walked in. Tisara carried a small hollow projector. Kolf had data crystals. Kale stood tall, gun left behind. The council sat in a circle. Old beings, wise ones, some with feathers, some with scales, some made of light. All quiet. Tisara spoke first. We found a ship, human, old, in the dead nebula. It waited. Its mind spoke. Her name was Athena. She told us things we never knew. She turned on the projector. The room went dark. Then light bloomed. The hollow showed the Elysium dawn. Scars, silence, bodies in halls. Gasps came from the seats. Tisara continued. She showed us the veil, the cage no one saw. She showed us the fight, the quiet places, the battles, the stars we burned, the billions who chose to die so the cage would break. The hollow played clips, human ships in bright lines, guardians falling, the final spear from Sol. Voices rose, some angry, some shocked, some crying. One old council member, a tall insect-like being, stood. This changes nothing. Myths do not rewrite law. Tisara looked straight at him. It changes everything. Our peace is not luck. It is a gift, paid in full, by people we forgot. We stand here because they fell. Our ships fly fast because they broke the rules. Our minds dream big because they cleared the fog. She played the last part. Athena's face, soft smile, last words. Tell them we were here. Tell them we were worth remembering. The hollow faded. Silence held the room. Then a small voice, a young winged delegate, spoke. What do we call them now? Tisara answered. Humans not lost, not gone. Heroes who walked away so we could walk forward. The council talked for hours. Arguments, tears, questions. In the end, they voted. They would share it. New lessons in schools. New names on maps. A day of memory. A monument in the central plaza. Not big, not gold. Just a simple stone with words. Here we remember those who broke the chains. They were human. They gave us the stars. The quiet horizon left Central Station. Words spread fast. Ships carried the files. Stations broadcast the story. People listened. Some laughed at first. Then they watched. Then they sat quiet. Then they told others. On small worlds, on big cities, in dark bars, in bright schools, the name human changed. It grew heavy with respect, with wonder, with thanks. Years later, a new ship flew near the old nebula. Young explorers, mixed crew. They stopped at the coordinates. The Elysium dawn still floated there. Silent, unchanged, ice thicker now. But the hull still held the name. They only watched. One young Verelian, arms like her grandmother Tisara, spoke soft over the comm. Thank you. The others echoed it. Thank you. They stayed a while, then turned away. The old ship watched them go. No lights, no voice. But in the galaxy, voices said her name again. Human, not in whispers, in clear light. And somewhere, in the deep quiet of space, the story lived on. Not as end, as beginning.